Oklahoma versus Michigan State, and North Carolina State versus Louisville. And one of those teams is going to go to the Final Four, I think, either Oklahoma or Michigan State likely. You also got Duke versus Utah and UCLA winning 2 games, facing off against the Zags in the South. So Dukey's still in it. Sorry, bro, for dissing them last week. Duke has looked really good. I did underestimate them a little bit because I don't like Duke. And by the way, Duke is in Durham, North Carolina. Thanks again for that, bro. Kentucky's still in it. West Virginia beat Maryland, so they're taking on Kentucky. You got Notre Dame versus Wichita State, who's awesome. That's my new team. They beat Kansas for the first time that they've got to play their in-state rival since 1993 because Kansas is too chicken every year, and they refuses to schedule them. And Wichita got them in the tournament, and they beat them, and it was awesome to watch. And they're a great team. Wichita should have never been a 7 seed to begin with. I talked about that in last week's episode, and I hope Wichita keeps it going and defeats Notre Dame for the right to lose to Kentucky in the Elite Eight. Rounding it out in the West, we got Wisconsin versus UNC, which should be a good game. And then we got Xavier versus Arizona, assuming that the top seeds win in that one. In the Elite Eight, we will have Wisconsin versus Arizona, and that game should be incredible. But so there's some of your NCAA summaries there, and I wanted to just point out, I think my favorite moment of the tournament so far was the Georgia State upset moment, where if you didn't follow it, the coach of the team has a son that plays on the team, and it happens to be the team's best player. And they were a 14 seed who upset a 3 seed, I believe. And yes, they were the 14 seed, and they beat Baylor. But the coach's son hit the game-winning shot, and the coach fell off of his stool thing or fell on the floor and was just so excited and happy and elated. And it was just a great moment. So that I'd have to pick that as my favorite tournament moment so far. All right. Thanks again. We're in balls overtime, and we're hitting. Thanks for sticking with us. And let's get to the balls deep thought of the day real quick before I let you get going. All right. Here's my deep thought of the day. It's an odd one. But I'm hoping for feedback on this. That's the whole point in this. I want feedback, which you can do by tweeting me at BDST Show. Follow Balls Deep Sports Talk on Twitter at BDST Show, or like Scotty Ball on Facebook. Friend Scotty Ball on Facebook. But anyway, here's my deep thought. See what you think. We got Darren Sharper, former Minnesota Viking, as I mentioned, 9 years prison for sexual assault charges. We got AP, who had to sit out the whole year for abuse, assault on his 4-year-old child, and now refuses basically to come play for the Minnesota Vikings. In the past, with the Vikings organization, we've had all kinds of this. We've had plenty of Randy Moss off the field issues. You can pick your favorite one. We had the Love Boat. I mean, who could forget that? We've had all kinds of stuff with these just shady people doing shady things, really unlikable, undespicable. So here's the deep thought of the day. Who wears the crown? Who is the ultimate knucklehead in the Vikings Knucklehead Hall of Fame? Is it Darren Sharper for what he's done? Do you even consider him enough of a Viking to make him eligible? Is it AP for how he's responded to all this stuff? Like I said, is it Randy Moss for anything he did? Is it Mo Williams or Bryant McKinney or Tommy Kramer back in the day? Boy, he was quite the character. I mean, let me know. Let me know who you think is the biggest Vikings jerk knucklehead DB of all time and why. That's our deep thought for the day. Thank you so much for tuning in to Balls Deep Sports Talk here on Northern Lights, WNLMradio.com tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. Tune in next week. We'll have another great show, and we'll probably try to keep that one at the 60-minute time slot. But take care, have a great night, and enjoy WrestleMania this Sunday, brother.